All right, fam. So what we got here is we got Kingpin and Doc Ock boosting up the powers of some Spider-Man villains. You see, he already boosted up the powers of the Hobgoblin and turned him into Demo Goblin. He already boosted up the Sandman. Already boosted up Carnage. Already boosted up doggone Venom. I'm going to say I'm very glad I got this movie Carnage because it meshes up better with this Ultimate Venom compared to the other Venoms I got. And what's left, or should I say, who's watching now, is Shocker and also is Vulture. And they're about to watch the next person that they're about to boost their powers. And as you can see, Doc Ock over here is about to push a button to activate this to power up the next person. And you see Spidey over here trying to stop that. And the next person they about to boost up, fam, is Rhino, baby. And I got this guy from Wally World the other day where I told you I was looking for this guy because I saw them put up all these different things in regards to Walmart where they were showing the Joes, the Marvel Legends, the Motu Thundercats crossover, WWE, and a whole bunch of other stuff, fam. And again, fam, I saw on the, I forget what it's actually called, I can't remember right now, but on the planner where it says what's going to be what, and then I was looking around. I didn't get it at this other Walmart, so the second Walmart I went by, and it was there, fam, and their display was a whole lot better than my main Walmart. But anyway, fam, Rhino is another member of the Sinister Six. Of course, this is going to be more. There's a whole bunch of different members that's not here. The Sinister Six varies, but Rhino is a figure I always wanted. He's big, but he's not as big as I would like him. But anyway, fam, hopefully they'll make a big one. But for right now, let's hit you with a little slow motion. So just showing the box off, fam. It has that Spider-Man from the 90s cartoon Spider-Man, the Amazing Spider-Man, one of my favorite cartoons, and I think it's one of the one, if not considered one of the best cartoons in the 90s. It battles with that Batman animated series, and it just looks great, fam. We're back, coming around to the front. This Marvel's Rhino looks very good, fam. Alright, fam, so letting you look at the back so you can see what it says about old Rhino. Alright, fam, looking at the back, letting you see what it says about Rhino. And over to the left, showing you what he comes with. Not a lot of stuff, just a swappable head. And he has grabbing hands in the picture, and it shows him the two fists, so it's not a lot that he comes with. Of course, Rhino didn't have any gadgets, nothing like that. He was just a straight bruiser, big guy, nothing but muscles. Then you got the other characters in the wave. Letting you take a look at those guys. Let's move on, baby. Alright, so we got them out of the package, fam, and we're going to hit you again with a little slow motion. And the one thing I can say, fam, is that this is an older figure, and you can see where the pins are showing right there. But look at this. This guy can actually kneel and get some decent posing for being so large, fam. And this guy is not an acrobatic type of figure, but he can actually take a bended knee pose, and he's single jointed. If a certain line, Super 7, had did this with the Thundercats, I wouldn't have such a big issue with their lower extremities and posing. Their arms, however, aren't that bad. But definitely, they should be able to do this. There's no way that a figure like Rhino is able to have better posability than a Super 7 Thundercats figure that are supposed to be very acrobatic figures. Bam! Now let's do some comparisons, baby. Now, if you look at these two and their poses, this is the new light up eyes Rhino. Definitely newer scope than this figure, because again, you see the pins. Look how far his legs out, fam. It doesn't look natural at all for this pose compared to how this looks more natural. Just look at that, fam. It looks way more natural. Looks way more natural. Coming down with the 90 degrees and whatnot. Let's look at how this Rhino looks. Let's look at him from the back. I have him kind of moving. Doesn't look, I mean, he can do it, but it does not look good. It's like his legs are just so far out, fam. It doesn't look good. Let's look at another fig. So here's Panther, the martial arts specialist, and look how he's looking, fam. Again, the leg is all out, and what is that? Look at that. Horrible pose ability. Compared to this guy, way bigger than him, has pins, as we both see. This Panther still has pins, but yet he's able to do better poses. A lot bulkier as well. And as you can see, he's way bigger than Panther, way bulkier than Panther, but yet he has way better pose ability. That is crazy. If Super 7 wanted to do their Thundercats to where they were just single jointed, they should have made them like this guy. This guy has real good pose ability to be so big compared to them. That sucks right there, fam. Since this was an older fig that had some pins, I decided to do a comparison with this OG Hulk, one of my favorite Hulks. Man, I like this Hulk. He doesn't have the pose ability that I would like nowadays, but he's still a great menacing looking Hulk, and he's still bigger than this Rhino. One thing I do still love about this figure, he has this toe articulation. He has the swivels right there. He has the bendable fingers, the swivels right here. A lot of moving parts for this older figure. As you can see, Rhino is shorter than this Hulk, and they are standing this Hulk a little over 8, and the Rhino is a little under, not counting his horns. Now, this is not the new Juggernaut. Pretty much the builder figure. The shading of colors are a little different, but he's a little over 8.5, getting close to 9. As you can see, he towers over a Rhino. I would like to see a Rhino figure that's at least this size, but I would really like one that's the size of the new Juggernaut that's coming out, fam. Now, here's them side by side. Their girth is pretty close, but it looks like the Juggernaut might edge Rhino out. Now, he and the Kingpin look like they're exactly the same size in height and in girth. Tell me what you think, fam. Aside from the horns, they look like they're exactly the same size and height to me. Now, this Venom is the biggest Marvel Legend figures that I have to date. I think he's even bigger than the custom Sentinels I have. I gotta take a look at him again, fam. I don't think I ever compared them, but it would be awesome if they made a Rhino this big. I mean, he'd definitely be a real imposing figure for Spider-Man. That just would be crazy, fam. Last comparison, we have him next to Spider-Man, and this is not the maximum Spider-Man, but as you can see, he's still bigger than Spider-Man, but I would like him to be a lot more imposing, a lot bigger. But for now, a nice stand-in. Well, not necessarily a stand-in, but this is the only Rhino for me for right now, because I don't have one. So, like, again, kind of a stand-in in case they make one that's even bigger than this. And I'm not sure if they made another Rhino or not. One thing that I do like is that even though his hands are not as wide as others, they have like a rubbery kind of grip, so you can wedge Spider-Man in. As you can see, Spider-Man is wedged in there, and he can hold him up. As you can see, just bend his legs and adjust And that's a decent grip. A decent grip to put on him. As you can see, fam, it's enough to where you just take Spider-Man, wedge him in, fam. And so I do love that aspect. All in all, if he was bigger and had some butterfly joints so he could bring them in like this Venom off to the side, he would really, really be an awesome figure to have, along if he had some height, especially if he had height close to that Venom. So tell me what you think, fam. This Rhino a pass? Is he a grab? Do you care about Marvel Legends? Do you not collect Marvel Legends? Do you think this Rhino is too old? Do you think he's pretty good and he doesn't need anything done to him? Do you think they need to update this Rhino? Let your boy know. And like a fat kid in dodgeball, I'm out, baby. And don't forget to like and subscribe. Once again, hitting you with the slow motion.